Hello, my name is Karina Rivera, and I'm so happy to be here. Today, I'm going to show you how to make a key lime and coconut tart that I'm sure you're going to love here at the Melissa Coppell School. Let's get started. Now we're gonna make the apple compote for our almond and apple tart. And the ingredients that we need are cinnamon, vanilla paste, NH pectin, 2 times sugar, gelatin, apple juice, and diced apples. So first, we're gonna make a dry caramel with the 100 grams of sugar. We're gonna add the sugar little by little to the pot to make a more even and caramelized. So our so our caramel is gonna caramelize evenly. So what I do is that I start adding the sugar just little by little. I start with a medium heat and then I go up, I increase the heat depending on how slow or fast my sugar is caramelizing. So I'll increase a little bit the heat and then I can turn it down in case I see that the heat is too strong. So the sugar is starting to caramelize and I'm gonna move a little bit. I'm gonna stir a little bit. Now I can start adding more sugar once the first addition caramelized. And we're gonna continue adding sugar. You can see how evenly the sugar is caramelizing. ¡Qué horror! Now that we have a nice amber color caramel, we can add our diced apples. So let's go ahead and add the apples. We're gonna let them cook for a little bit. We can go ahead and start adding the vanilla paste. I will go ahead and add the cinnamon as well. I will add my apple juice as well. As you can see, the size of the apple is small because I'm gonna transfer this to my silicone mold, and I want the nice little cubes of apple to show in the in my tart. So that's why they're very nicely and evenly cut. Here, I'm gonna mix the pectin with the sugar. So every time that you have pectin in any recipe, you need to mix it with the sugar, because otherwise, if you try to incorporate it just straight, it's gonna make lumps. And of course, you don't want that. You want the pectin to be able to incorporate so it can, of course, be activated afterwards. So in this moment, I'm gonna start adding the sugar with the pectin, just like this. little by little, because again, we don't want any lumps. So little by little and with the help of a whisk. And there we go. Everything is all incorporated. I'm gonna let this cook for a minute or so. So I want the apples to still have a little texture. So I don't want them like super soft. I want this nice texture, so I can have this like crunchy texture. So just a little bit more. It smells like fall here. So this is a very yeah, like fall forward recipe. I think for this upcoming holidays is a good recipe to make. And then that's it. I'm gonna turn off the heat. I'm gonna add my gelatin, stir to dissolve. Smells very good. I love apple, so I'm really enjoying. The mix is ready. Now that the compote is ready, I'm gonna pour it into my silicone molds. I'm using these like semi-sphere silicone molds that I'm gonna put on top of the tart. You can use, of course, any shape. At the end, it's all about like using what you have. I'm not gonna tell you like if you don't have this mold, then there's no way you can do it. Of course, you can do it. Choose any mold that you have. I can send the link to Chef Melissa so you can have the molds that I'm using. But again, you can use any mold that you have. So I'm gonna pour a little bit of the apples on the bottom. And then we're gonna finish up with the juice to the top. Try to make them as even as possible because this is gonna go on top of the tart. So the more even, the better. Now that the compote is in the molds, we're gonna take it to the freezer until it's completely frozen so we can unmold and glaze and put on top of the tart.
Welcome to Melissa Couple Chocolate and Pastry School. Once you spray, you're done.